going? It's Janie over here at JaniesSweets. Welcome back to another Friday Fixes episode where you ask me cake questions and I do my best to answer them for you. This episode is going to be talking about creating a dream board or a vision board or prayer board for your cake business. Before we get started, I do want to take a couple of seconds to ask you to please subscribe to my channel if you have not done so yet. I do have a goal of making it to 50,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So, self-promo here, share this video with everyone you know so that they can subscribe to the channel if you find my content helpful. Now, let's begin on the dream board. So, a dream board, a goals board, a vision board, a prayer board, whatever it is that you want to call it, it is essentially the same thing. It's you writing down or putting pictures on a piece of paper, a cardboard, whatever it is, on the computer, what it is that you want to accomplish in a set period of time. I'm gonna read the Google description of what a dream board is. So it says, a dream board or vision board is a collage of images, pictures, and affirmations of one's dreams and desires designed to serve as a source of inspiration and motivation. Now, whenever you talk about a vision board, people automatically associate it with manifestation, and rightfully so. So what manifestation is, or what they think, what they tend to talk about it as, is saying you want something, putting it out into the universe, and the universe in return brings it back to you. That all sounds great and everything, but the mistakes that I found that people make whenever they're creating their vision board and associating it with manifestation is they think that, one, it is just going to appear and just, the universe is conspiring to bring you what you want. And so if you just say you want it, it's just gonna bring it to you. Okay, I'm here to burst your bubble here for a second. I don't think that's how it works. What I think happens is this. I'm gonna give you an example, right? Let's say you wanna lose weight by the end of the year, okay? You say, okay, I want to lose weight. You put it into your vision board and there you go. At the end of the year, where's the weight loss? Well, let's see what you did for the year. You ate everything that was bad, every fast food possible, chips, sweets, everything that you shouldn't be eating, you ate. You never exercised, not one day. You were drinking alcohol, sodas, like everything you shouldn't be doing, you were doing. Guess what? The universe is not gonna bring you the weight loss because that's not how it works, right? However, what I think happens, and what has happened to me personally, is that I'm gonna say God because that's what I believe in. God puts things in your path that are going to help you get to the goal that you have set. Perfect example. I had a goal of getting new clients where I lived. I had moved far away from my house when I got married, and so I had no customers or no clients where I was. I wanted to get more clients, but obviously, I had to do advertising and all of that and patience, and then, your clients are gonna come. So one day, it was summer, I was walking with my daughter in the stroller, and I met a mom who was also walking with her daughter in the stroller. We started talking, we exchanged numbers, and then we started walking together more frequently. One day, she just out of nowhere said, oh man, I'm looking for someone for my daughter's first birthday cake, but I can't find anyone that has, good pictures or anyone I trust, and all the bakeries are far away, etc. And I was like, pick me, I make cakes. And that is how I got my very first customer where I live now. From that point, she told other people, who told other people, who told other people, and the rest is history. You see what I mean by the universe, or God, as I say, bringing things to you? I don't think it's just poof, magic. There you go, here's your weight loss. No, I think that He's going to make things easier for you to lose the weight, but not necessarily bring you the weight loss. Does that make sense? The next mistake that I find a lot of people make when they're creating their dream boards is not putting a number or a value to their dream. Just saying that you want to make money in your business doesn't work. You need to say how much it is that you want to make. Trust me, it may seem like it doesn't make any sense, but it does. It has really honestly been proven true for me. I would say, okay, for the month of March, I want to make that much money. Believe it or not, I made that much money Sometimes to the cent, to the penny. I'm not kidding you. Sometimes even more, and sometimes I didn't make the goal. But saying a number is going to make you work towards getting it. So what I would do is I'd be like, okay, well, I need to sell this and that many products, and I need to, you know, reach this and that many people in order to make that goal happen. So you see how that's gonna make you work and motivate you to make that amount of money. It's not just saying I want to make money. Well, you can make $1, that's money. You can make 50 cents, that's money. But is that your goal? The next mistake that I find people make when they're creating their vision board is thinking that it needs to be something grandiose. It needs to be out of this world. There is a saying that goes, if your dreams don't scare you, then they're not big enough. I personally don't think that's very true. I think that some dreams and some goals can be big, but not every single one of them have to be. If your goal at the end of the year is to get one more customer that you've never had before, then that's a goal. If your goal at the end of the year is to branch out from buttercream cakes into fondant cake, then that's what it is. It doesn't need to be crazy. It doesn't need to be common. It could be honestly something that you just want to accomplish at the end of the year. I'm gonna give you an example that's not cake related. Let's just say that your lifelong dream is to become president, right? You can't just say become president on the dream board. I mean, you could. However, what I would suggest is maybe break it down into little bite-sized chunks. If your dream is to become president, I have no idea what the road is to become a president, but I'm just gonna pull things out of my ears for a second here. Let's just say that maybe goal number 1 is I want to attend town meetings this year. Or goal number 2 is I want to start, I don't know, a petition to change this or change that. Whatever it is that is going to get you to become a president, maybe those need to be your goal on a yearly basis. And then eventually you will become president. The next and biggest mistake that I find people make when they're making their vision board is keeping it to themselves. If you can say out loud what it is that you want, like me, I'm putting it on YouTube, but if you don't have a YouTube channel, you could talk about it to your spouse, your friends, your parents, whoever it is that will listen. This is my goal. That way, these people hopefully will keep you accountable for these goals. So what I tend to do is my best friend and I, we always at the beginning of the year, we make our vision boards, and we don't just make one. We make a personal one, a spiritual one, a financial one, and I go one step further and I make a business one because I have a business. Every couple of months, we actually keep ourselves and each other accountable for it. Let's talk about the last mistake that I find people make. A lot of times people shy away from making a vision board because they think it needs to be this elaborate thing. It needs to be pretty and Pinterest worthy. Honestly, you guys, up until last year, my goals and my vision board has always been straight on my phone. Just a list, bullet points of what I've wanted to accomplish by the end of the year. So with that being said, it doesn't need to be extravagant. It doesn't need to be, you know, pretty, quote unquote, but what it needs to be is accessible and visible to you. That leads me to the last mistake. Don't put your vision board away. Honestly, if you're gonna create this Pinterest worthy board and then shove it in the back of your closet until the end of the year, what's the point of it, right? If anything, put it on your phone and then keep it there, because that way it'll always remind you of what it is that your goal is, so that it'll motivate you to work towards your goal. It is not the end of the world if you do not accomplish not one thing on your vision board, honestly. It's a goal, it's a dream, and you are gonna work towards your dream, but if you don't accomplish it, maybe it's just not the time for you to do it, right? Maybe, you know, God doesn't want you there right now. You have to be very flexible when you talk about your vision board. Whenever I'm talking about what I have accomplished for last year, I don't just go, oh, I didn't accomplish that. I like to get into the habit of saying but, right? I didn't release my class last year, but I made so many more cake friends than I thought possible. I have really bonded with you guys, things like that. You see what I mean? Talk about the positive things that you have accomplished, not just what was on the vision board, because believe it or not, maybe what you have accomplished is far more important than what you thought you wanted to accomplish. That was a hard one to say. Okay, so let's talk about my vision board for 2021, because we all know this is why y'all clicked on this video, right? You want to see what is Janie up to this year. I know. I'm gonna give it to you. Hold on. I'm not gonna get into how I created this vision board because there is a great tutorial that I followed on Instagram, or not Instagram, Jesus, I can't talk, on YouTube here, that taught me how to create this. Whenever you're creating a vision board, it is really important. It's not a necessity, but you probably should have a central quote. Now, your central quote could be something as simple as a picture or a word or whatever it is. But this is the base, this is the theme for the year. This is how you want the year to go, right? Like if you put, let's say, work as your central quote, then this is the center, this is the pillar of what your year is going to look like, or what you want your year to look like. So my central quote is always a Bible verse, or a Christian quote, something like that, because I personally believe that God has to be the center of all of this. So mine says, commit to the Lord, whatever you do and your plans will succeed. Now, what I did last year is I put a lot on my shoulders. I put a lot of responsibility on me when I didn't realize that, honestly, I'm only gonna get this if God wants this for me. I'm only gonna get this if this is in the plans. If it's not, I'm really gonna be walking up a hill, with like the storm and all of that coming towards me and no umbrella to shield me, because that's not where he wants me to go. So I'm committing to him my plans, and none of this will happen by might, by power, but by his spirit. That's what I believe, so that's why I have it here. Now, I couldn't really choose just one quote this year, so I have two other quotes that are pretty important to me, but they're not the central quote. The first one is work hard and play hard. What I want to focus on this year is to work hard but also enjoy myself. Last year, you guys, like, I really did not enjoy myself. I didn't really it was work for me. It wasn't as fun as it used to be. So I definitely want to work hard, but I also want to play hard this year. Now, the next quote that is super important to me is thy will be done. Now, 2020 is the reason why I'm putting this into this year's vision board, because honestly, you can make plans and you can honestly like dream as big as you want. However, it is not up to you. It really is not. Like, if God doesn't want you to achieve a goal, if he doesn't want you to be in that particular path in the moment, like, just let it go. I have learned the hard way. Don't fight it. It's not for you yet. It may never actually be for you, and you have to be okay with that. The reason why I'm saying this is when I looked at my 2020 vision board, I was looking at it thinking, oh my gosh, man, I didn't accomplish like any of this stuff. Like, not one thing I had on my vision board I actually accomplished last year. Maybe that wasn't where I needed to be at the moment. Maybe that's not what I needed to focus on at the moment. And I realized that because in my personal life, a lot of things were falling apart. My health and my mental health, a lot of things were falling apart because that's where I needed to focus my energy. So God was telling me, you don't need to focus right now on this. Focus on what's important and what I'm calling you to focus on. So this is where I'm gonna go this year. Like, I'm honestly gonna take everything with a grain of salt. All of this is great, however, it only is if he wants it for me. With that being said, let's talk about the pictures, because that's the fun part. This is where, like, you're putting all of this together for that, right? The first picture that you see is my YouTube subscriber goal. I would love to reach 50,000. That was my goal last year. However, we went a little above halfway, which is so exciting because that has more than doubled what I started the year with, so that's great. So we're gonna try to double it again this year and make it to 50,000. You also have my Instagram, which is hopefully gonna make it to 5,000, so I'm super excited about that. They also have a picture of Pinterest. Now, I never really put a lot of effort and energy on Pinterest. I know I talk about how important it actually is whenever you're doing like, you know, cakes for a living, brides and, you know, event planners, like anyone who's throwing a party is checking out Pinterest. So you want to make sure that your Pinterest is on point with your cakes. But I never actually saw the importance of it for also the academy, you know, like teaching Janie Sweets stuff. So I'm honestly going to start putting a lot more work into my Pinterest. So my goal is to have, you know, a post every single week on my Pinterest, as well as my Facebook and my Instagram and YouTube. So the next picture you see here is a picture of a wedding cake, and now this has to do with my wedding cake class. You guys, for the past 3 years, I have been talking about this class. I feel so bad because I keep postponing it. When I tell you guys, the devil is at work when it comes to this class. Like, everything has been going wrong, me trying to release that class. But I'm not making excuses anymore. If that is the last and only thing I do and I accomplish on this list, it is going to happen this year. I promise you guys, I'm not postponing it anymore. It's happening, okay? It's happening. So let me collect myself for a second. But yeah, no, my wedding cake class is my biggest goal on here. Like, I need to make this happen, and I promise I will. The next one that you see here is of a beach, because I really want to take time to relax this year. Honestly, I don't know what I was thinking, trying to do it all, trying to be it all. Mom, a wife, a sister, like a friend, a business owner, all of that is exhausting. I mean, God himself didn't work 7 days a week. On the 7th day he rested. So what am I thinking that I'm gonna be, you know, trying to do it all, trying to be it all? So this year I really want to take time to rest and disconnect, and I need a day in the month where I'm not thinking about work, I'm not thinking about anything but me, myself, and I. So that is my goal. The next thing you are going to see is a smiley face, and I know I said you need to make your goals super specific. However, the reason why this is a smiley face is because I want to make or do things that are going to make me happy. If this does not bring me joy, I'm gonna drop it. If any of these goals do not bring me joy, I'm going to drop it. I really miss being creative in my cakes, in my desserts, and trying out different things. So that's why I told you in the last video that a lot of the contents that you're going to see are going to be of me trying out different things, you know, see if it works, besides the Friday fixes, of course. The last goal that I have here is money. Ka-ching, ka-ching. I mean, of course, this is a business vision board, so obviously it needs to include money because that's why you're in business. Otherwise, it would be a hobby. I'm not going to disclose how much I would like to make. However, I do have a specific amount that after this video I'm going to be putting on this. So this is my vision board in a nutshell. I hope this video has given you some insight, you know, into vision boards. If you had never made one before, if you were thinking about making one, I really hope this has helped, you know, put things into perspective for you. I hope it has motivated you to create your own vision board. Where do you see your business next year? Where do you see it, right? And then work backwards from there. From where you see it to where you are, what are you gonna do to accomplish it? And I wish you guys nothing but the best. I love every single one of you. I am thankful for every single one of you. I do not take it for granted, trust me, I do not. So let's make 2021 a bad A year for our business as well as our personal lives. I love you guys. Talk to you later.